Hey guys, so I'm doing a review of Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. It's actually one of my favorite novels, and I highly recommend it. Um, I've actually been wanting to talk about this one for a while, but I wanted to kind of take a little time to think about more what I was going to say before I shot the video. So, plainly put, it's like in my top 10 favorite novels. It's beautifully written, it's funny, it's sad, it's serious, it's absurd, it's comical, it's profound, it's a lot of things. And honestly, the main character, Holden Caulfield, is, in my opinion, one of the most likable characters, and also one of the most blunt and honest characters in fiction I've ever encountered. I first read this in high school, and I instantly connected with him in his forthright ways about how fake and phony the world is, and how unfair life is, and how just he kind of breezes through life feeling a lot of deep pain, but also laughing at everything. He's kind of the gesture that points out how absurd and stupid everything is, as well as how fake and bureaucratic people are, and how fake and bureaucratic society is, and questions all these things, and also ridicules them. It's definitely interesting, and it's also one of the best books I've read as far as capturing how kids actually think and act. As far as capturing kind of not just teenagers in Holden's case, but also he has a younger sister named Phoebe, and Salinger captures exactly what a 9-year-old girl would think and feel and act and say. That's why Salinger, in my opinion, is one of the best writers of character. His characters are eccentric but honest and really lifelike. They feel like real people that you would know. And just as a prose stylist, he is short and sweet to the point, but also does not gloss over important little extra details that makes, the story more believable. It makes what's going on more believable. And also the interesting is about Catcher in the Rye is that there is additional characters in the narrative who are also real and believable and likable, while at the same time not exactly sharing Holden's views on things or even thinking like he does. That you still come off as real people who care about him and want only the best from him, even if they're not quite sure how to kind of reach him. Holden is a difficult character. He's angry, he's nasty, he's sarcastic, but at the same time he's lonely and vulnerable. He just wants realness. He wants something real. He wants people to quit bullshitting and just be genuine. And he himself is a very genuine character. Everything he does is motivated by this desire to not only connect with people, but at the same time break down the walls surrounding other people so he can connect with them. But at the same time, being the complex teenager he is afraid to trust people. He's afraid to latch on because he knows that they're going to hurt him. He knows that they're going to be fake. He knows how they are and how they operate. And he knows, I think he knows deep down that this kind of dream of connection, this longing to be close to someone, to connect with somebody on a deepest level, probably can't happen. Not only because he paradoxically doesn't allow it to happen because of his own fears, but also because he kind of sees the genuine behavior of people. He sees how they really act, which turns him off, but at the same time only increases that longing. He's a very, very deep character. And sense of humor is wicked. Funny as hell. I could quote this book all day. And the way he talks is very, very to the point. He's just... It's his dialogue is bitter, it's painful, it's shows anguish, he curses like a sailor, which adds color and character to the writing. In how Salinger writes, his sentences is he constructs them very curt, but at the same time, that's how Holden speaks. He speaks very directly to the reader. I mean, just to read a quote here, it was still pretty early. I'm not sure what time it was, but it wasn't too late. The one thing I hate to do is go to bed when I'm not even tired. So I opened my suitcases and took out a clean shirt, and then I went in the bathroom and washed and changed my shirt. What I thought I'd do, I'd go downstairs and see what the hell was going on in the lavender room. They had this nightclub, the Lavender Room, in the hotel. Just that alone kind of captures just kind of direct he is. And kind of how there's kind of a folksiness to his narrative voice that is charming, at least to me. So, I mean, I think I've gushed about this enough, but I definitely think people should read it. So, I couldn't recommend this more highly than I do, and it's one I've been wanting to talk about on Jason Reed shit for a while. So, Catching the Ride, J.D. Salinger. Please check it out. Buy a copy or even just check one out of the library and just read it for yourself. It's definitely worth the read. So, anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. I don't know what the next book I'll be talking about will be. I'm reading a few things right now. And there's things I've read in the past I want to get around to